Bunch of turkeys here crossing the road. We got several on the right and several on the left. Ooh, good size, man. Now I'm back out in the Wichita mountains today. I am heading towards the south central portion. I'm going to be exploring the Narrows today, so I'm going to go to Boulder campground and start there on the trail. Go a little bit down the Narrows and then up onto Eagle Mountain and down, so it won't be too long of a journey today, mainly because of the weather. I wanted to go out to Sharon's Garden and climb a couple of the higher peaks I haven't been on, but there's some pretty good sized storms going up out by Altus that are heading this direction, so I don't have enough time to summit anything too big. So I'll focus on Eagle Mountain today. So still a couple of miles away from the trailhead. Besides the chance of rain, it's about 78 degrees, so it is perfect temperature again. Alright, so getting close to the Boulder trailhead. So this is the same road that you go to Lost Lake, kite trail and stuff like that. Matter of fact, one of the starting points for the kite trail is at the Boulder campground. We're going to be going the other direction today towards the Narrows. Pretty windy road, real curvy. Several times I've come through here and seen buffalo standing in the middle of the road, so you gotta be very careful coming through here. Plus you may have hikers and bicyclists out here as well. That right there to the right was the Lost Lake entrance. Going right past that. Don't think we'll see too many people out here today with the weather the way it is and it being in the middle of the week. But you never know. Hoping those storms hold off. I really don't want to be caught in the middle of one out here, but can't check the radar because there's no reception out here, so just have to use common sense, and if it looks like it's starting to get close, then I'll just have to quit wherever I'm at and head back to the truck. Alright, so coming around this bend, see Eagle Mountain directly in front. I'm going to summit that mountain. I've never been on the top of that one before. Looks pretty rocky, looks like a lot of bushwhacking. I've done that many times before, so I'm not worried by that. I guess if anything, I'm probably worried about trying to cross West Cache Creek because it has been raining for probably about 24 hours now, so the water will probably be pretty high. So I'll have to evaluate if I can even cross West Cache Creek. As I expected, there's nobody else down here today. So I'm going to go park at the Boulder group picnic area. I actually have been out here a couple of times. When I was going to high school, Chattanooga High School, 11th and 12th grade, we had our last day of school party out here. So that was a lot of fun. Okay. I'm just going to pull up right here. I don't think they're going to be coming out here to get trash this way, but regardless, get back a little ways that way. If they still need to get in, they can. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get my boots on and get ready to roll. Parked, getting started now. Look at that, no sport rappelling. I thought it was off limits out here. The Narrows used to be a real popular spot for it when I was younger. Clearly that's not the case anymore. Yeah, I don't think I've actually been out here since high school. It's all coming back now. It all looks familiar. So I've got to locate the trailhead. Eagle Mountain does look pretty difficult. Lots of brush. Man, I hate brush. And if my memory serves me right, the trailhead is this direction. So here's the trailhead. Let's head back to the Narrows. It's here next to this cabin. I do remember quite a bit of shrubbery and forest. This is a pretty defined trail for the most part. All right, here we go. Well, here's my first run in with the Cache Creek. Definitely high. Now it looks like I will have to find another route. Backtrack a little bit. It's more like it. I'm up above it now. There was a fork in the trail and I took the one to the right. One to the right went down to the creek. Probably connects over there and you can go on up the mountain, but it's very hard to get across the river. Probably could have rock hopped right there, but it's okay. This is the way I want to go first. Cache Creek. Full steam ahead. F-16 Fighting Falcon. Doing some training out there on Fort Sill. Got through all the tall grass. Down back by the creek again. Do a little bit of bushwhacking. This time of year the grass is just so overgrown, it's really hard to keep up with the trail. It's really pretty here. So I'll follow the West Cache Creek down a little ways. Eventually we'll see where Panther Creek runs into it. Trying to decide if I want to go up there and along, because I know it's around that corner down there and it's very hard to navigate. Or if I should just go this way. Decisions. All right, I decided I'm going to go back and I'm going to go ahead and scale up that wall right there, because I know I'm going to run into a dead end down there. I will have to cross again, but it's a ways down, so I'm going to go ahead and go up there. Going up the wall. It's kind of slick. So be very careful. Check under the rocks before I reach up here and just grab. Never know what you're grabbing on the other side. All right, almost up there. It's very slick. Damn. water up there so I can use both hands. Take a break. Get my water. Alright, almost to the top. And a nice view up here. Starting to sprinkle. See the fighter jet again. And continuing my trek towards the top of this slight cliff here. Definitely had its difficult parts back there. Wouldn't have been too bad if it wasn't wet. About half a mile into this hike. Should have some pretty good views here from the top looking up the other side. And it's raining. It's slowing down a little bit so I can pick back up here. No thunder or lightning, just some rain. As soon as I see a clap of thunder, or a lightning bolt, and then hear a clap of thunder, and I'm out of here. That'll be the end of it. But for now, we're good. The edge of the cliff again. All right, so right over there is the confluence of Panther Creek into West Cache Creek. Eagle Mountain straight ahead. Doesn't look so big far away, but then you get down here on the ground and look at it. And it's about a 1700 foot mountain, I believe. Looks pretty difficult. All right, I'm gonna start dropping down into that area. It looks like I can cross right down there. And that's where the narrows begin, right there. Narrows start here. Used to be a real hot area to rappel back in the day. Clearly it's off limits now. There's a lot of walls like this that go way down Cache Creek, and I'll get down there about as far as I can. Really keeping my eye on the weather here. Still haven't heard any thunder. This is Oklahoma, and I've seen a supercell born in about 10 minutes, so anything can happen. Just got to be careful. All right, coming up to the West Cache Creek again. Looking for a good crossing point. God, I hate tall grass. Alright, now on the other side of Cache Creek. Figure out a way up now. So we got a trail going up, which is good. Still got a lot of obstacles in the way, like spider webs and stuff. Alright, so out of all the foliage and crap for now, sure ain't the last of it I'm gonna see. I'll go up here and evaluate my next move. It's gonna be much higher. Trying to find spots that are not as slick to get up. Alright. Almost a mile into this, 9/10 of a mile. Alright, about a mile into the hike now. Pretty good rainstorm going to the north over there. Might have caught the edge of that a while ago. So if you keep going back that way along West Cache Creek, a lot more cliffs like you see right here. That's all the narrows. It goes back quite a ways, and of course West Cache Creek ends up leaving the refuge and heading out west of Lawton and then down towards the Red River. So not too much worried about that summit. It's not very tall. We're gonna go to that guy over there. I'm already up here, so I might as well keep going. Take a small break to catch my breath and then push on. Man, I hope there's somewhat of a trail. I hate trudging through all this foliage and what have you, but it is what it is. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You can see a lot more of the narrows back in there. Got a nice big opening now. That's just a lot more of the same that I saw back there, so I'm not gonna head down there. I'm more concerned with wanting to climb this mountain. So there's a lot of trails cutting through here and going here and there. Just gotta keep your focus on the actual summit. There's probably not a trail. Obviously the higher up I go, the harder it's gonna get, but either way, there's more than narrows down there. Not sure if I heard thunder or if I heard a bomb from an F-16. I mean, they do drop ammunition all the time out there on the west side of Fort Sill, so not too sure. I haven't seen any lightning yet, so there's the summit, not very far away at all now. That one's a pretty organized looking rainstorm. Still haven't seen any lightning yet. Would have caught my eye if it was coming from over there, but either way, that's moving away. I just hope I don't get to the top of this mountain and see something like that coming this way. If so, I'll probably be making record time down. Yep, that's thunder. Hit a large boulder field. Cascades down from the top. Got water running throughout it. And I'm still trudging my way to the top. Hearing a lot more thunder. Hoping that that's going around. Fortunately, I'm not going to know till I get to the top. Still a little ways off. Alright, I'm probably about 200 or 300 feet from the summit. Did catch some signal on my phone for a little bit and check the radar. There's a pretty good sized storm over there. Looks like it's moving northeast. If that's the case, it will barely miss me or clip me where I'm at. So usually the southern part of the storms are the worst. So I'm gonna hightail it up to that summit and find a good rock to hide under, you know, just in case that thing does come this way. So should have checked the weather before I came out. Didn't look that threatening. One of these days I'll learn. And it looks like I'm probably going up what is the last rock wall here on this mountain. I'm trying to get my footing here. It's pretty tricky. I don't know if that's a false summit up there or if that's actually the summit. Guess I'll find out shortly. more rock wall, getting closer to the top. Thunder picking up. Looks like a pretty good avenue to get to the top right there. Almost there. So I'm here on the top of Eagle Mountain. I guess I'm not at the very top. That's the very top right over there, that rock, and I can't get to it safely. I don't have the equipment to get to it. It's extremely steep all the way around. I've tried to climb that rock right there a couple of times and I just slipped, so I just said forget it. This is good enough for me. Also, I've got the storm over here to contend with. It's hitting Sharon's Garden right now. Elk Mountain is barely visible. Lincoln Mountain, Phantom Mountain, Batcave Mountain, it's all getting rained on right now. So I'm gonna start making my way down. This is good enough for me. There's really not much more to see up here. It is pretty. I mean, you can see all over. It's a tall enough mountain to have a pretty good view of the Wichita Mountains. But I need to go ahead and start making my way down in case that storm starts back building. Haven't seen anybody else out here. I do see one more car down there. Two cars down there. I'm wearing a red shirt, so people can probably see me today. But anyway, the raindrops are starting, so I should probably start making my descent. Backtrack a little bit. It's going to be a difficult descent, especially in the rain. But I've got to do it. I can't stay up here. I can see the parking lot down there. I'm not that far away. Looks like the storm is going to go around. So I'll get some heavy rain. That's about it. So that's good. Still got to be careful of these rocks. They're getting increasingly slick. Trying to move with some urgency. And also being careful at the same time. Still on my way down, probably about halfway down. Pretty good thunderstorm to the north. It's probably about 2 or 3 miles north of me. It's looking like it'll barely miss me. Gotta keep pushing. I'm pretty much racing a thunderstorm right now. Real close to the bottom. Once I get to the ground, I'm only about 10-15 minutes away from my truck, so it should be good. Quite the workout coming down this thing fast, I'll tell you that. Dripping sweat. I came down that mountain pretty fast. Went across the river. Didn't even care about rock hopping. I went right across it. I was knee and waist deep in a couple of places. Pretty sure that storm's severe. Either way, looks like I made it. I'll never do this again. Whew, man, that was a close one. It was about 3.5 miles. About 2.5 hours. Got to look at the beginning of the Narrows and then summited Eagle Mountain. Didn't go all the way to the top. It was about 10-20 feet from the top. Didn't have the right equipment. I wasn't aware that I actually needed any other equipment to get there. So I'll come out again in a few months and try it again with all the right gear and I'll make it. But this is one of the reasons I'm making these videos. That way, if someone decides they want to climb this mountain and they don't really know how to get to it, they can just look at the videos and look it up in YouTube and see. So hopefully these help people out as well. But I raced the thunderstorm and I beat it, so I'm absolutely drenched head to toe. So I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Man, it's a good thing I got off that mountain. That storm changed directions. It is going south now. So I absolutely would have taken a direct hit if I'd have stayed up there. Man.